Hello, and welcome back to the Let's Play series. Last episode, we got all kitted up, we built a skeleton farm, and we did some exploring. And now what I want to do is work on this tunnel behind me. Unfortunately, I originally wanted to make it with copper, but the more I think about it, aside from the fact that I would need something like 10.5 stacks of blocks of copper to do that, I'm not sure that it's really the look that I want to go for. It has these edges and these rivets, which is fine if you want a metal-looking tunnel, but I was thinking more of a stone kind of look. So I'm trying an experiment here with things that I have actual access to. Looking at some actual tunnel designs, they tend to be like brick or tile or maybe concrete, and I'm nowhere near the point where I can make concrete. But I could make these. This is about the only block that has any sort of tile type texture, or it says tile in its name. So this could work, but it would make for a very dark tunnel. I had also been thinking about sticking andesite in there, except that andesite it has a bit of a stony texture. Let me plop some of this in here. So there's what andesite would look like. And I think we could still use some copper here as pillars. So both of those I think are options. I think regular bricks, like the red bricks. Red is a weird, I don't think that's much tunnely. It's not much tunnely. I could also use something unconventional like these. I don't know about that though. Mud bricks could be fun, except that I don't have the mud or the dirt with which to make the mud. Stone has bricks, which could also work, but I would need a lot more regular stone, I think. I assume you make that over here. Or is that over here for some reason? Stone. Why is that over here? So 4 and 4. So I would need, again, something like 10.5 stacks of stone. Yeah, I think that's too dark. This could work though. I think if we do this and accent it with some kind of pillars, whether they be copper or another material, this might be the way to go. So let me go gather a crap ton of stone. And so to facilitate our need of stone bricks, I made a stone farm. It's nothing fancy. It's just one lava source. And then down here, 4 water sources. So the lava flows over the water, the flowing water, and it makes stone. So we have 11 and 5 in terms of stone, which we can now convert to 11 and 5 stone bricks, which will allow us to build out this tunnel. So let me convert all of this, and then maybe we'll do that as a little time lapse. Maybe I'll just craft them. I don't know. We'll see. But let's do it. It is done. I'll probably want to add some stairs. I think we should curve this. But this is looking much, much better. This is about the size I wanted it to be. It looks much cleaner now. I could probably add some brick walls here to... to make this a bit more of a gradual transition. Stairs here to make this more of an arch. And then I still need to figure out how exactly I want to do this, but it's going to come out and probably have a little something along the, like a gate kind of thing. So yeah, look at that. I did something. I want to get your opinion, speaking of building things, on where I should build my house. I think that is another project that I want to start soon. So here's our town. And here's my thought. Let me go to GD Cam. So over there, this is going to be probably where the mining sorts of professions live, right? Because there's a cave there. It could be the mines. That's where all the dirty people live. So I don't think I want my house to be there. I have to lord over them. I can't be down with the rabble. Over here is going to be most of like the shops, I think. Shops, smaller houses, things like that. So I could put it here, but there's not a lot of room, so it'd be kind of a small house, and the view is, it's fine. I could put it here. If I built this out a bit more, this would get me kind of a low-lying view here. That's okay, and not much over there. I kind of like the view here. If I build over on this side, I don't get a whole lot of that area of town, but I get this. And I get the village over there. I get all this. So my current thought is here. Maybe flatten it out a bit and build there. The other option I think would be over here. But in order for this to get a good view, it has a good view of this, which is nice. But really no view of anything else. You'd have to build up to probably put it here, I think, and build up to here to get really the full view. And that might be worth doing, but that's going to be a lot of terraforming, and I don't have the dirt for that. So if you want to think about that in the comments and let me know what you think. I'm not sure I want to build up on the mountain. That's going to be annoying to get to and from. But I think on a little hill could be okay. So now let's convert. Let's add to our pants. These can be our spants. Okay, I have added stairs. So now that's much more of the arch that I wanted at the top. Just ignore that. We'll get rid of that later. We'll cover it up. I'm a little concerned that right here is getting kind of claustrophobic. But since I decided to make this at an angle, I don't know that I can do much about that. I might just have to live with that. So the next step that I want to try is putting walls. That eases it a little bit. It's not anything fantastic, but I do think it helps. Okay, I added a little bit more. The reveal. So I built around it with some more blocks and stairs and then a couple slabs up on top to kind of give it a rounded look. From what I could tell online, just some quick Googling of tunnels, this seems to be pretty common. They just kind of fill out around it like this. So I'm not going to overcomplicate it for now. I was kind of thinking a more grand archway, but my brain is just not there yet. So I think I'm going to do this on the other side as well. And that'll wrap up this tunnel bit. And then we can just kind of do some terraforming of this dirt around there so that it kind of falls down, maybe falls in a little bit, etc. I want it to look kind of old, like it's been there a while. And then I think the lanterns would be nice to kind of finish out the look. It'd be nice to convert some of these to mossy bricks or cracked stone bricks, things like that. Get a little bit of texture variation in here. But I might have to worry about that later. I'm not sure how much of that I can do right now. And now, the final piece of armor shall become the very cleverly named shirt. Mending, 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 mending. Shovel's about to break. And I'm about to. We have a villager who does melons and pumpkins now, which is awesome. It's much more efficient than wheat, which means I should be planting a lot more melons and pumpkins. Let me do that. I want to make a little farmy. Little farmy McFarmerson. Do I have enough seeds? Do I have any seeds? All right, so the farm is done. It's quite efficient, actually. At some point, I do want to turn my axe into a silk touch axe. And I do realize that, of course, I could make this fully automated, observers, pistons, the works. But considering how frequently things pop out of this, I'm not super worried about it for now. We've already got, after, I don't know, maybe half an hour, all these pumpkins and melons. So that should be decent for emerald trading for now. See, you look away for a second and there's another pumpkin. I just need to get a handful of emeralds for the time being so that I can get a couple more mending books and another axe to combine with this one, and then I can get on my merry way. You. Hey. Yeah, there we go. And what's your level up? It is glistering. What am I going to do with glistering melon slices, sir? I wanted golden carrots. Oh, I guess we also have golden carrots. Fine. Fine, I'll allow it. So this guy is now master level. We should probably protect him. He'll be fine. So I have decided that I really need to get some dripstone and a lava farm going, or I'm going to burn through all of that coal that we just got very quickly. Unfortunately, I haven't found a single cave with any dripstone anywhere on this world so far. Can you, horse? Can you please? So I'm setting out on a journey here on my horse, and I'm gonna see if I can find any anywhere. I'm just gonna skim the surface. I'm not gonna dive down into every possible cave that shows up. I just want to see what I can find. Yeah, so anyway, once I've got that going and I'm not wasting coal anymore, then I'll feel a lot better about everything else that we need to do. So that's where we're at. So I went exploring for most of a stream session, just trying to find some stupid dripstone with no luck. So I looked up on the wiki, one of the Minecraft wikis. I don't know which one. And the thing that I learned is that dripstone does not occur near large bodies of water. It occurs mainly inland. And guess what? A large body of water there. We got a river over here. We got another large body of water over there. So guess why there's no dripstone caves around here? Yeah. I did check in a seed viewer just so that I wouldn't have to spend forever trying to find a nice inland continent area, because my time with the game is somewhat limited, and that way is a big inland island area that appears to have a very large dripstone cave under it. Definitely the problem so far is that everywhere I have been, everywhere I've lived, has been near a large body of water. So yeah, that's not working out so great. But in the meantime, this farm has been cranking things out. And I've got a decent shovel now. I've got a bunch of mending books here. I had a silk touch axe, but it was only silk touch and I wanted to try and roll for something else. And now it's just worse. So anyway, back to dripstone. Wahoo! So I'm out looking for dripstone. We haven't even made it that far. There's nearby village. Somehow I completely missed this. So I might check that out. I don't really want to fight them right now. You know what? Screw it, let's fight him. Why he's so speedy? Headshot. Blech. I've never built a raid farm before, but I think having one of these is part of it. Sir, calm down. Be free. Thanks, buddy. Okay. All right. I don't need any of the rest of this, but sure. And that's it. Yep. Hi, friends. Ooh, I think I finally found some. Good Lord, we're like 7 episodes in now. That's it, that's all I wanted. So I got quite a lot of dripstone and pointed dripstone while I was out there. There's actually more in the invisible chests, but for this project I don't really need them. I'm thinking here. Not specifically here, but rather down in this kind of natural stopping point. To me, this makes sense as sort of an industrial area, and then I'm not going to have to rebuild it later, which is something that I would really like to avoid having to do. So I have 7 cauldrons. The chests are just for storage purposes. I'll eventually tidy that up. So the idea is that I can put a bunch of empty buckets here for gathering lava. And then all we really have to do, try to center it maybe. 3, 5, 6, 7. I'll eventually get another one there and then maybe build it out from there. So from here, I know it's not necessary, but I like to have things look nice. So I believe we could do this and then that. I think that's enough. Yeah, and then all we have to do from here is enclose it. And then we're golden. So I'll do like this. I don't have enough to enough lava to really make this happen. I'll put another one there for the future. Yeah, and then we fill it in. Yep. And eventually we will get some lava filling these up. And then we'll be good. We now have infinite fuel for our smelt setup. Smelt? Our smelt setup? Smelt? Smelting. The word is smelting. I have built it up a little bit more. I got some more lava. There was one here and I stole 2 from the village. So there's only 2 more spots that we need to fill. So we now have 8 cauldrons and 8 buckets to match. We've got 3 furnaces. Furnace is the word. Smelterators over here. And 3 bonus smelterators, high-speed smelterators over there. Once I get a little bit more lava, first we'll fill out those last 2 so that these worked better or at all. I don't remember how that works. Then from there, we can use the lava to smelt iron and copper. Hello, copper, speaking of. And then once I have more of that, we can flesh this out some more. Maybe put another 4 here, another 4 here. Maybe we actually go there and there. I don't know. 4 by 4, that would be 16. That should be pretty good for most of what I need. One day I may turn this into a more automated system over here. And yeah, that'll be pretty good. Look at that. Just in the time we've been here, 2 of them filled out. So, if you saw it here, folks, we now have a fully complete setup. There is one last thing that I would like to do this episode, and that is tidy up the floor in the tunnel. We've tidied up the walls, we've tidied up the lighting, we've rounded the ceiling, but the floor remains ugly. And I think I'm going to use some of the andesite to accomplish that. All right, there it is. I didn't do these because that's probably going to be dirt eventually. But here we go. The floor is now a more uniform texture. I may still texture it, not to use the same word again, with some regular stone and maybe cobblestone and gravel and stuff like that so that it looks a little bit more interesting than just this, especially in the middle. I think it would make sense to make it look a little bit more worn where people have been walking. But yeah, that's been pretty good progress. This episode, we made a melon and pumpkin farm. We made a lava farm finally. We found the dripstone to do that. We've got things enchanted. I also got my axe enchanted finally so that I can make things happen. And all this tunnel work was done. So I am feeling great about this episode. That will, however, wrap it up for this time. So, if you've enjoyed what you saw, please do like and subscribe, and I will see you next time for some more real progress. Bye.